Hi Mia, welcome back. Thank you for your patience with the process. Just wanted to give you my business card,
Thank you.
which has all my details, contact details, phone, email, so happy to take your call whenever.
Thanks so much.
Any questions you have, just send them through to me. Happy to answer those ones for you. And here is our credit guide. So the credit guide outlines who we are and what we do. It talks about me, my licensee number, the services we provided, the panel of lenders that we can operate within, information collected from you as well. It also goes into some of the remuneration, the commissions, the fees payable by you, the commissions received by us and payable by us. There's also an internal disputes process if you're ever unhappy with any of the advice provided, or there's an external process as well that we can go through. So have a read of this document, take it home, digest it. If you have any questions on that one, again, feel free to shoot us an email.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back, Mia. I've collected all the information back from the lender based on our research and your goals and objectives and what you guys are trying to achieve with the first home purchase, which is very exciting. What I've done is I've discounted a few different lenders we've looked at, and I've chosen one that would be suitable to your needs, allow you guys some flexibility, think about and considering also potential upgrade in the future as well.
Oh, great.
I know you wanted to save cash flow as well, so we looked at an interest only option initially as well, so you can funnel that cash flow back into the business.
Great.
So just to outline your position at the moment, so with your current savings, $95,000 of cash, you look to use a portion of that and then use that towards a $410,000 purchase. So based on a deposit, you would need at least a 20% deposit, which comes at about $82,000 of cash. So we still have to use a portion of that deposit, okay? And the lender, what they will do is give you a debt commitment and use the house as security.
Okay.
So what we've come up with is a loan of $328,000, okay, which means that your total debt to asset ratio will be about 78%, so highly leveraged at the time. You do have good cash flow, strong cash flow as well, and still continue to build up your cash reserves. So continue to look at that strategy as well. Just wanted to go through some of the features of the lending arrangements for you, so you guys have a thorough understanding of what you're getting yourselves into. A Suncorp Back to Basics home loan is a product that we've recommended, a current variable interest rate about 5.84%. So they do have a fixed or a variable option as well for you to choose from. So if you wanted more consistency with your cash flows, we could look at a fixed option, but the variable is what we selected with a 5.84%. 30-year term, meaning the loan will be repaid over a 30-year window. Interest only payments initially, okay? So we're only allowed, so of the $328,000, you'll be making no principal payments, and it's solely interest only, so you can use that cash flow towards your bakery and building that up and getting the growth factor out of that. There'll be zero fees included with this loan, additional repayments as well. So if you did have spare cash flow, you did want to make more principal payments to start knocking down that debt, you can do so as well without any penalties. There is a split loan facility, which means we can have a portion of the debt under a variable and a portion under fixed as well. And the account does come with an offset account, meaning you can keep your existing cash reserves of what's remainder as offset against the interest payable as well, which is a good feature to have. It also has a portability feature, so this is important given you guys potentially looking to upgrade a house in the coming years once you're with the introduction of a new bub. Now, what that means is that instead of applying for a completely existing new loan, the portability is a feature offered on the majority of variable rate home loans, which allows you to keep your loan when you buy a new property. So you'll keep your existing lending, but it'll effectively swap the security of your current $410,000 apartment you want to purchase and your new property as well. So this is the application that and would recommend as you're looking to upgrade, potentially have a baby in the future. So rather than refinancing your home loan, you switch the property you're using as security there.
Great.
Given your first home owners as well, you've had no interest in previous real estate, you've come from overseas, you're a permanent resident, which is great. You're also actually entitled to what's called the first home owners grant.
Great.
Yeah, which is a good little capital injection. It's part of the home guarantee scheme. It's an incentive from the government to support eligible. So the first homeowner grant gives eligible homeowners $15,000 towards their first purchase in Queensland, which is really exciting. So that'll help out with your with the deposit required as well, and bring your loan to value ratio down from initially 78% to about 70% with that incentive when that comes through as well. So it's for permanent residents buying their first property, which is brand new and built within 6 months, which is what yours is in line for. Yeah. And the property is under 750,000, so you guys qualify for that one too.
Awesome.
You're also eligible for stamp duty concessions, so you might not pay on so it's not payable on your first property purchase ever. So given the value is under $500,000, you actually will save on stamp duty in Queensland on this purchase, which is exciting to save some of the upfront costs as well. So your LVR initially be about 78%. You guys comfortable with sitting at that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So as a broker, I have to ensure that you are who you are, and I have obligations on the Anti-Money Laundering Act to ensure that there is no product risk or jurisdiction risk. Assess you guys to make sure your identity is obviously who you guys say you are, and there's no risk of you coming from a previous high-risk jurisdiction as such, where it's seen for money laundering to be there. So I do just require copies of your license to hold on file, and I can certify those ones as well. That's okay?
Absolutely.
So we've gone through the loan product, why it's appropriate for you, the loan to value ratio, the features associated with the product, some of your subsidies coming in with obviously the stamp duty concession of not being payable, the first homeowner scheme. So do you understand everything that we've said, and you're comfortable with where everything's at?
Yeah, I think you've explained it all very well, and I genuinely understand what I'm getting into.
The last thing I just wanted to touch upon, so I just ran a bit of a cash flow analysis for you, say this is where you are versus where you're going. So from the new debt perspective, the cash flow on a monthly basis commitment will be about $1,650 per month.
Easy.
Just want to outline some of the fees and commissions payable from the lender to myself for full transparency. So there's no initial fees, so $0 cost to you guys as clients.
Okay.
I do receive initial commission from the lender, so 0.55% of the loan drawn. So on a $328,000 debt, I get a $1,804 initial commission, and an ongoing commission, which is a trail of 0.22% of the loan balance. On an annual basis, a $722 payment to us.
Okay.
So based on the commissions received, I don't have any exclusive relationships with any of the banks. I've got 30 different lenders that I can apply for, so there's no conflict there for you.
Okay, good.
Thanks for joining us, Mira. I just wanted to confirm that you're comfortable with everything we spoke about in our previous meetings, and if you had any questions or concerns at all.
No, it all sounds good. I'm happy to lock in everything that you have outlined.
No worries. I just wanted to explain to you some of the documentation required. So we've just completed all the application process. What I'll do is attach with the application to the lender some of the supporting documents, such as pay slips from the company, from the financials from the company as well. The bank statements, the budget that we completed together. One of the big ones, and what we need to do, and one of the major steps, is the mortgage approval process. It's the property appraisal. So what we'll do is a lender has a specific valuer. They'll send the valuer out to your house and do a proper walkthrough valuation and let you know what the house is worth. And then what we do is we keep that one on file as well. So just to make sure that the lender wants to make sure the home is worth the amount that you have agreed to pay for it. From here, I anticipate the lodge application will be completed with the bank within roughly a 7 to 14 day window. Once all the assessment and processing steps have been taken, Then, assuming all's in order, the agreement between yourself and the lender regarding the terms and conditions of the loan will be signed at this stage. So just to give you a bit of an idea, so we'll lodge all the applications, evaluation off-site will happen with a third-party provider from the lender. In the interim, we'll need to engage with a solicitor for the conveyancing requirements, so they'll do all the title documents as well, and the security over the mortgage. Then if there's any taxation issues arising, I will refer you on to a qualified tax accountant who can help you out through some of those processes as well. So once we go through that process, we get all the information back from the valuer, all the documentation signed. We have a settlement, which is generally 30 days, which is the exchange of the keys and the monies from yourself and the seller. So we'll all get in a room. The solicitor will be there too. We'll go through those documents again, make sure everything's all in order. The finance will previously be arranged, which will go from effectively you to the seller, and then the keys swap hands. So on that day, 30 days settlement, that's when you'll own your apartment and be free to step into it.
Exciting.
Very. So do you have any questions or concerns, and you're happy to go ahead with the process?
Yeah, and what's the first step?
The first step now... The next step will be sending you off an email. So I'll send you off a email reference based on conversation today, so you know exactly where you're at in the current stage of the process, what's expected and what's left to do, and a bit of a timeline so you can both think about and work towards that one.
Perfect.
And we can mark settlement down on the calendar.
Awesome.
Cool. So during the implementation process, they might require further information. Whether it be additional bank statements, it might be an extra pay slip, depending what it could be. So I will communicate that via email to you, so you have a hard copy as reference. If you could shoot me through anything required, I can pass it on to the lender. So I'll control the process for you. So if you do have any questions, concerns, just feel free to reach out.
Will do.